I'm Amanda Trim, and today I'm going to demonstrate how to easily slice garlic. Before I get started, I want to mention a couple things. One is that I've washed my hands thoroughly with soap and water. I've also pulled my hair up in a ponytail to keep it out of the way, and I've placed an apron on so that I have a place to wipe my hands. I've also taken a couple minutes to get everything I need together. A few minutes of preparation is going to save us a lot of time in the kitchen. The tools that we're going to be using today are a paper towel. We're going to use the paper towel to put our garbage on. It's going to save me from having to run back and forth from the workstation to the garbage can. I'm also using a large chef knife. I chose this knife so I'll have good control. It's a nice sturdy knife. I'm also using a cutting board, and then you'll see that I've placed a towel underneath the cutting board. What this is going to do is it's going to keep the board from sliding around. Something I want to mention about cutting boards. Today we're working strictly with some vegetables, with the garlic and with some herbs, so it doesn't matter if we use the same board. But if we were to be using raw meat, we'd want to use a different board so that we don't carry that bacteria over to the other board that we're using for the vegetables. So let's get started. Okay, now the first thing I want to show you before we actually start cutting the garlic is the proper way to handle the knife. This is going to make it easier for us when we're slicing the garlic, and it's also going to keep us safe and protect us from cutting ourselves. When you're working with a large chef knife like this, take these three fingers, your pinky, your ring, and your middle, place them under the handle, put your pointer on this side of the knife, and then your thumb on that side. So you'll see I'm literally gripping the blade with my pointer and my thumb, and I'm holding the knife tight in my hand with these three fingers. This is going to keep that knife from going all over the place. If I were to hold it like this, you see I don't have a lot of control over it, but by holding it properly, it gives me a lot more control. What I want to do first is show you how to peel the garlic. There's a few different ways that you can peel garlic. I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate two of those ways today. If you want your garlic to maintain its form, then an easy way to peel it is to simply take the knife, put it over the garlic, using the palm of your hand, gently push. And what that's going to do is that's going to loosen that skin right up so that garlic clove pops right out for us. And what you can see is that this clove has primarily been left intact. Another way that you can go ahead and peel your garlic, and I tend to do this more if I'm mincing garlic, is using the same technique, knife over the garlic clove, hand on the knife, but instead of pressing, we're going to pop. And you can see what that does. That just really pops that garlic right open. That skin comes right off, and it's right there for me to work with. Again, I would tend to do that more if I want to mince the garlic because I want it in smaller pieces. Now, when you slice the garlic, we talked about the proper way to hold the knife, but there's also a proper way to hold your other hand, and that is to have your fingers in and your thumb in. What this is going to do is it's going to protect your fingers from the sharpness of the knife. If I were to hold my garlic like this, I run the risk of cutting right into my finger if I'm not careful. So by doing it like this, my fingers are going to they're going to be protected and stay safe from being cut. First thing I want to do is just get that little tip of the garlic off because we don't need that. Now, when slicing the garlic, this is the method that I like to use, and I found it to be the easiest. I take my knife and I put the tip on the board. Then I hold my garlic in place with the other hand, and I come down in a gliding and sliding motion, press in and slide forward. Lift back up, press in and slide forward. Lift back up, press in and slide forward. Lift back up, press in and slide forward. What you'll see here is that that tip of the knife is never leaving the board, and that allows me to get a real nice and up-close slice on it. To demonstrate that more quickly, actually go here, you'll see you can even do it faster and you get a nice good slice. The other thing is you can get real close with it, which is fantastic because you don't want to waste anything. And then you can just take that and cut it like that. Something I want to show you that's real important as well when you're doing this is you notice that when I came down firm. If I come down too soft, all that's going to happen is I'm going to have a fan of garlic, and I'm not going to get the slices that I'm looking for. So it's real important to go ahead and come down real firm like that. Now, These techniques can also be used when slicing other small vegetables or when doing a chiffonade of fresh herbs. Of course, a chiffonade is just a fancy French word for doing it confetti style, and I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate that now. I have here a few mint leaves, and I've layered them one on top of each other. These have already been washed and dried, and again, the preparation, so they're ready to go. Now that they're layered, I'm going to take them, and I'm just going to roll them up real quick. Using that same technique, I'm going to do the same thing. And you're going to see I'm getting a real good slice on those herbs, doing the confetti style, just like we were talking about. And that is how it's done. As you can see, working in the kitchen can be fun and it can be easy. Thank you for your time today. Again, my name is Amanda Trim, and this demonstration was on slicing garlic easily.